Dog depression is a common problem for pet owners in today's world. Dogs with depression often exhibit behaviors such as lethargy, loss of appetite, excessive sleeping, and at times even aggression. A study by author Mila Salonen and her colleagues had analyzed the behaviors of 13,715 pet dogs from Finland and found that the prevalence of canine depression has increased significantly in recent years. Despite this alarming statistic, dog owners are largely ignoring the signs and failing to seek help for their pets' mental health issues. Since we've already addressed some of the most common queries related to depression in dogs in our previous videos, today, in this video, we are solely going to focus on 10 scientific ways to treat dog depression. So, let's get started. Number 1. Get your dog to move. Most pet owners these days, especially in cities, often make their dogs spend time indoors, away from the sun and other animals, which has resulted in a sedentary lifestyle. Stop doing this. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, ASPCA, every dog needs at least 30 minutes of exercise a day. If you cannot get your dog to run around outside, then at least take them for a walk so that they can get some fresh air and expend their energy. You don't have to go all the way to the dog park and marathon your pet. You can just get your dog to move around and discover different new places wherever you go for a walk. This will allow your pet to experience new things, environment, and people, and also helps them burn off their excess energy. Number 2. Change your dog's diet. Switching your dog's diet has been shown to make dogs eat better and exhibit fewer symptoms of depression, according to a study at the American Veterinary Medical Association. You can also encourage your dog to eat certain types of food by giving them individual portions. It will help reduce boredom and make it a bit more challenging for you as a pet parent. Make sure you keep track of your dog's nutrient intake and consult a vet if you find the change in food is not helping. Number 3. Establish a set exercise routine. Many depressed dogs resort to getting into trouble around the house or becoming aggressive out of frustration because they're not getting enough exercise. Dogs do need exercise, but not the kind that involves running around outside after chasing frisbees for hours on end. They need exercise that involves mental stimulation, such as tricks and puzzle toys. As Dr. Karen Becker says, exercises that involve making dogs interact with their environment and respond to simple commands will not only help treat dog depression, but also help your dog stay healthy and active throughout their life. For example, instead of making your dog run around the house for hours after a tennis ball, try teaching them some tricks so that they can impress you with their cleverness instead. Number 4. Make sure your dog is socialized. This may sound like common sense, but sadly, not every pet owner is aware of its importance. If your dog only spends time with you and not with other animals or people, it may lead to extreme insecurity, which can ultimately cause dog depression. Make sure your dog meets and interacts with other animals regularly. If you are working during the day, take your pet to daycare, training classes, or play dates so that they can meet new friends. Even indoor dogs need to socialize. They should be able to spend time with other pets in the neighborhood, even if it's only through a window. Number 5. Make their crate cozy. For some dog owners, the use of crate is considered cruel, but this is actually one of the best things that you can do for your depressed pet. Crate training is a very useful tool when it comes to managing your dog's behavior and training, and it will also help you in dealing with depression in dogs. While crate training is effective for most dogs, there are some that do grow anxious or depressed when they are kept inside for long periods of time. If your dog falls into this category, then make sure that they have plenty of toys to keep them occupied and have comfy bedding inside the crate. Also, try feeding them dinner inside the crate so that they can associate it with something enjoyable. Number 6. Provide some sensory stimulation. Depressed dogs may often become distracted while doing something they love doing if they don't get enough stimulation to keep their mind occupied. Most dogs love to romp outside after a good run and play ball. However, with dog depression, the dog may no longer be interested in these activities because nothing is exciting enough to keep them from getting bored. If this is the case with your dog, then make sure that you establish a regular playtime schedule with your pet. For example, if your dog usually runs around for a half hour after a good walk, then try to establish a new activity that'll keep them busy for that same time period. Number 7. Rule out medical causes. Most dogs with depression are suffering from a number of medical conditions, but it is also possible that your dog is suffering from a medical problem that is causing their emotional or behavioral changes. If you suspect there may be a medical issue such as a thyroid disorder, then take your dog to the vet to be diagnosed and treated as soon as possible. It is very unwise to wait until your dog becomes extremely agitated and aggressive before you bring them in for treatment, as it could be a sign of depression and the situation may become worse if left untreated. So if you suspect there may be a medical issue, make sure to contact your vet immediately for a thorough checkup. Number 8. Reward positive behavior. Dog depression often occurs out of boredom and frustration, so the next best thing they do is engage in undesirable behavior. It may sound obvious, but rewarding desirable behavior can go a long way in allowing them to get back on track with their life without being punished for acting out. Reward your dog for making the appropriate choices or just for being a good dog. You can also consider adding some positive reinforcement to their training so that they know you are happy that they're doing what you want them to do. Number 9. Try natural remedies and supplements. There are a lot of natural remedies and supplements that can help treat dog depression. Unfortunately, a lot of them only work in a limited number of cases, so you might have to try a couple before finding one that works for your dog. You can try melatonin, which is an all-natural antidepressant that is normally used for children with ADHD and other behavioral problems. It will help your dog sleep better and calm down when necessary if they're having trouble being on their own when left alone. In some cases, melatonin can also be used to treat seizures or chronic pain in dogs. Number 10. Teach them a new trick. You may not be able to cure your dog's depression completely, but you can teach them new tricks that they will enjoy. In the past, some dog owners have taken it upon themselves to teach their dogs new tricks simply because they knew these tricks would make their dogs happy. This turned out to be a terrible idea, as many of the tricks were very demanding and not everyone had the energy or patience to practice enough to master them. Nowadays, however, there are a lot of resource materials on the internet with easy-to-learn dog training methods complete with tips from professionals on how you can successfully train your dog. These programs will show you how to train your dog for various activities such as retrieving, obedience, agility, and more. Alright guys, those are the 10 scientific ways to treat depression in your dog. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have you ever experienced a case of depression in your dog? How did you handle it? We'd love to hear about your experience in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.